Dad, we really deal with some people that back themselves into a corner sometimes, and they really need us as the professionals to step in and help them and help kind of push them in the right direction. They've really put themselves in a bad situation, and they don't know how to get out of it. So contacting us sometimes is the best thing that they could have done.
Yeah, the reality is sometimes people are literally in a storm.
Yeah.
They really are. And it's a matter of like, they waited till the last minute to figure out how do I get out of this? And they've backed themselves into a corner that is really hard to solve. We bought that house from George. Actually, it wasn't from George. George is just the one who contacted us.
Yeah.
His aunt was the one who owned the property over in Gilbert, and she had died. But before she had died, she had put her two sisters on the title. So the two sisters are on title, but for whatever reason, they quit paying the payments. And so now they're getting foreclosed on, right? And so when I go to the house and they're looking at, hey, we're in foreclosure and we want to sell our house, and they think that they can really like push for how do I get the highest number, and they want to negotiate. So I give them my best number like I always do. And I don't realize that their foreclosure is impending yet in the first meeting, right? So they're looking at some of their other options, and then I go back and I meet with them and I say, okay, now here's your situation. I get that you have a foreclosure coming up. You happen to be working with the worst bank I know of.
Really was the worst.
My title company says every time they've had one of these foreclosures come up, it's gone to foreclosure. This bank is non-responsive. They won't give you the payoff. They literally just want to take your house back.
Pretty malicious on their part.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
And so my title company, who jumps through hoops for me, says, Byron, I don't know how you're gonna get this one done. I go and I sit down with them and I say, here's what you need to do. I can't do anything for you unless I have a contract. I actually have to have you sign a third-party authorization for my title company to call your bank. Otherwise, they won't talk to them.
Yeah.
Privacy laws. So they sign.
Your foreclosure's in 4 days from that point, I think.
But they still want me to give them an out because they don't want to feel pressured. So I literally write into the other terms and condition in my hand, if you find another way to pay this house off and to handle your mortgage company by this date, this contract's null and void. I say, there you go. I'll put it in writing.
Yeah.
There's your walk away clause.
You're able to get out of the
right.
foreclosure.
I'm not locking you up.
Yeah.
But I still can't help you unless you sign this. So they sign it. That day comes and goes. I find that my title company finally gets a hold of their bank. Their bank refuses to give us a payoff. They say, no, we require a 7-day notice. At this point, this is on a Monday, foreclosure's on a Thursday. And no, we've been asking for this for a week and a half. No, we don't show record that we've even received this from you.
Yeah.
Again, this lender does not want to work with people.
Yeah.
So there's a servicing company. And the servicing company is the one in charge of hiring the foreclosure. So she talks to the servicing company, and the servicing company says, I've been instructed to proceed with the foreclosure. But if their arrears is caught up, they'll stop it. Only if the arrears is caught up. So Abby calls me and she says, Byron, here's how much they owe in arrears. And
it was like 15 grand.
It was more.
Yeah.
So here's how much they owe in arrears. And if that's paid, we'll stop the sale. I said, then, okay, Abby, what happens if I pay that for them? She said, Byron, don't do it. I can't protect you. If you pay it and they still go to foreclosure, you lose all your money. You get none of it back. And I was like, but if I paid off the arrears, then they could sell me the house. And it was you. We're sitting in the sauna at the gym.
Yeah.
And you say, Dad,
I was trying to
what if you paid it off? Yeah, it was your idea.
Keep the deal together.
Dad, what if you paid it off for him? And then I went back to Abby. And Abby's like, Byron, don't do it. I can't protect you. And I remember, I prayed about it. And I knew it was the right thing to do. I knew somehow it was all going to work out. I don't know how I knew, but I knew somehow it was going to work out. And so now I call back, his name's George. I call back to George and I say, hey, George, here's what I'm going to do for you. I will pay off your arrears to stop your sale. At this point, it's Tuesday night at 8 o'clock at night. The sale's on Thursday.
10 o'clock in the morning.
The servicing company shows that they have to receive and it's supposed to be 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday.
Yeah.
They have to receive the money 24 hours ahead of time. So now, 8 o'clock at night, they have to, how do I get it to them by 10 o'clock the next morning? The only way you can do it is if you can send a wire that gets to them. And I have the ability to wire from home. Not everybody can, but I can. So I tell him I could do this. Now, he goes, well, but I might be able to borrow the money from my friend. And I go, George, it's 8 o'clock at night. When are you going to make this decision, bro? Because I could send this wire for you, but I need to know we're good. So he has to hang up, think about it a little bit longer. He calls me back at like 9:30 at night. Okay, we've decided this is good.
And surfacing company is an East Coast company too.
Yes.
So they're 3 hours ahead.
So I send the wire. I call Tom and I'm like, Tom, how do you feel about this? We're kind of risking some money here. And he says, I feel good about it too. You felt good about it.
Yeah.
So we send the wire. We save him from foreclosure. The guy, they get us an email the next morning showing that we received it. And we stopped the foreclosure. And then we were able to go through with the sale. But then the bank still needed like another 5 more days. But we'd stopped the foreclosure. And I mean, it's literally like, do you have the pieces of the puzzle? Can you maneuver? And, sometimes people put themselves in a situation where
we have to help guide them.
Yeah.
If you're in foreclosure and you need somebody to help advise you on what your best next steps are, please reach out to us. We'll help show you what is still possible. And don't kick the can down the road. Don't wait until it's last minute. If you wait until it's last minute, sometimes we can't help. So I just say reach out to us, and we'll even advise you on just what would be best for you and really help you out in your situation and really care about what happens to you.